Speed restrictions on the Siemens Venture train set could bring delays to transit times of the future Ontario Northlander passenger train. Northern Tracks columnist Eric Boutillier explained the issue over Zoom.
CN, the company that owns a lot of the rail lines that Via Rail operates on, has imposed speed restrictions on the new trains that they purchased, the Siemens Venture train sets that were deployed in the fall. So without getting too technical, basically this model train has to slow down every time it arrives at a crossing owned by CN Rail. The company claims that the trains may not always trigger the railway crossing warning lights. So what that means for passengers is that it's going to take longer for them to get to their destinations. And so how this ties into the Northlanders, that these are the same units that Ontario Northland has ordered, and by extension Metrolinx. So as a passenger of transportation here in Northern Ontario, as a stakeholder of Northern Ontario, I have some genuine concerns about that. This issue is before the courts right now because Via Rail has filed a lawsuit against CN. Last check, it's in the federal courts. So I don't know all the ins and outs, but I do know if the courts side with CN on this issue, does this mean the Northlander is going to be subject to these increased delays as well? Because about half the route that the Northlander is going to operate on is going to be on CN tracks south of North Bay. Are there remedies to solve these equipment issues? Perhaps. Again, it's not my area of expertise, but my objective with this is through my columns is to bring awareness of some of these issues that travelers like me face from getting from point A to point B, and I'm concerned that when I get a response saying the Minister of Transportation isn't going to provide a comment to this, what I see as a legitimate concern, I have reservations about whether the government of Ontario is truly keeping a watchful eye on this potential issue, and whether they're taking seriously the redeployment of the Northlander passenger train.
Cogeco News reached out to the provincial government's Ministry of Transportation, and we received a statement back. It read, quote, Ontario Northland and MTO have been monitoring this change leading up to the Northlander reinstatement. We are exploring solutions with rail industry partners and expect to have a solution in place by in-service, unquote.